Hello friends, welcome to the Photo Knowledge. Today we'll talk about 30 fascinating facts you might not know. Don't forget to subscribe to support our work. A single cloud can weigh as much as 1 million tons, which is roughly the weight of 250,000 cars. Despite this, clouds float in the sky due to the air below them being much denser. Giraffes are 30 times more likely to be struck by lightning than humans, thanks to their towering height, which makes them more prone to electrical strikes during storms. Even though identical twins share the same DNA, they don't have identical fingerprints. Each person's fingerprints are unique, shaped by both genetic factors and random environmental influences in the womb. Earth's rotation is gradually slowing down due to tidal friction caused by the moon's gravity. This means that days are getting slightly longer, though the change is so slow it's almost imperceptible. Your brain is constantly reorganizing and pruning its connections, a process called synaptic pruning. It's like your brain eats unused connections to make room for more efficient ones, helping improve learning and memory. The largest piece of fossilized dinosaur poop ever found measures over 30 centimeters in length and holds a volume of more than 2 liters. This fossil provides insight into the diet and digestive processes of prehistoric creatures. The average color of the universe is a pale beige, named cosmic latte. This color comes from the combined light of all the stars and galaxies, blending into a soft, creamy hue. Animals perceive time differently than humans, with some experiencing it in a faster or slower rhythm. For example, certain species of birds and insects process visual information much quicker, giving them the sense of faster time. Water itself isn't technically wet. It's the liquid that makes things wet when it comes into contact with them. Wet describes the condition of a material being covered or saturated with water, not the water itself. If all the bacteria on Earth were stacked on top of each other, they would form a line stretching an astonishing 10 billion light years, about 100,000 times the distance to the nearest galaxy. Wearing a tie too tightly can reduce blood flow to the brain by 7.5%, potentially causing discomfort and affecting cognitive function. The fear of long words is ironically called hippopotamonstrosis-quippedaliophobia, a term that itself is a long and daunting word. The sun produces sound waves, but since they are in a frequency range that humans can't hear, we are unable to perceive them. These waves are a result of the sun's vibrations and energy release. Mount Everest is often considered the tallest mountain, but when measured from base to summit, Mauna Kea in Hawaii holds the title, rising over 10,000 meters from its underwater base. Octopuses have 8 arms, not tentacles. Unlike tentacles, octopus arms have suckers along their length and are used for grasping and manipulating objects. Many world maps distort the size and shape of continents, especially near the poles. For instance, the Mercator projection makes land masses near the equator appear much smaller than they actually are. While conspiracy theories suggest parts of the moon landing were faked, there is no credible evidence supporting this. The vast amount of scientific data and rock samples from the moon confirm that the landings were real and historic. Comets are believed to have a sulfurous odor, similar to rotten eggs, due to the presence of compounds like hydrogen sulfide in their icy makeup. Earth's magnetic poles are constantly shifting, a process known as polar wander. The North Pole, for example, is moving at a rate of about 10 kilometers per year. Although rare, it is possible to die from laughter due to factors like cardiac arrest, asphyxiation, or triggering an underlying health condition. Ants don't have lungs. Instead, they breathe through tiny holes in their exoskeleton called spiracles, which allow oxygen to diffuse directly into their bodies. Recent discoveries suggest that the T-Rex may have had feathers, especially in its juvenile stages, offering evidence that some dinosaurs were more bird-like than previously thought. Snails have thousands of tiny teeth located on a ribbon-like structure called a radula, which they use to scrape food particles from surfaces. Despite the term horsepower, a horse typically generates around 1.2 to 1.5 horsepower in short bursts. The term originated in the 18th century as a way to compare the power of steam engines to that of draft horses. Your signature can reveal aspects of your personality like confidence, attention to detail, or openness based on its size, slant, and complexity. Bananas are naturally radioactive due to their potassium content, specifically potassium-40, a radioactive isotope. However, the radiation they emit is so minimal, it poses no harm to humans. Despite popular belief, hippos can't actually swim. They spend most of their time submerged in water, but they walk or run along the bottom, using their buoyancy to stay afloat. Starfish don't have a centralized body or brain. Instead, their nervous system is spread throughout their arms, allowing them to move and respond to their environment independently. Around 80% of ginger cats are male, as the gene responsible for their orange color is linked to the X chromosome, which males only need one copy of, whereas females need two. Insects are capable of flying as high as 3.25 kilometers above sea level, with some species even reaching higher altitudes in search of food or migration. Thank you for watching until the end. I hope you've learned something new and fascinating. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more shocking facts. Let us know which fact amazed you the most. See you next time on Photo Knowledge.